Welcome to round 5 of AMA Pro Flat Track. We're here at the Hagerstown Half-Mile, the first half-mile of this season. We are starting here for the next 4 weekends in a row of AMA Pro Flat Track. This track is clay-based with long straights and tight bank corners, which is going to make for great racing. On top of the point standings in the GNC1 class is Kenny Coolbeth Jr., who sits just 5 points above Jared Mees. Bryan Smith is hot off 3 wins in a row, including his X Games gold. Will he keep the momentum going? Brandon Robinson and his Triumph team are hungry for their first win after coming up just a little bit short at the Sacramento Mile. Who do you think is going to win here at Hagerstown? Stay put, don't move. The best in flat track racing starts right now.
Welcome to the pre-race show here at Hagerstown Speedway. I'm Scottie Deubler. On the far side is the 7-time champ, Chris Carr, and joining us in the center is a 3-time champion, I believe 4-time champions, 3 twins, 1 single champion. This guy beside us is the king of cool, number 2, Kenny Coolbeth. Kenny, how you doing?
Good so far. Hopefully this weather holds up, and I feel good on the track, so it's all good. You know, just got to keep my nose clean all day and all night, and just get some good starts and check out.
Well, Kenny, I see you've qualified on the pole for the first heat race. Are you essentially like picking up where you left off when you were here a year ago? We know you were kind of running away with everything. You had an unfortunate mechanical failure leading the race. Do you have a little redemption in mind for tonight?
Oh, I do, definitely. It's been weighing on me since since then. You know, it's tough pill to swallow, but. You just go on and just do your thing the next time. You know, it's racing, so anything could happen, and it's never over until it's over. So, you know, I feel great on my Zanatti XR 750 Harley-Davidson, Gator Harley-Davidson helping us out this year, which is great, and you know, along with Monster stepping on board. So it's we got a good package, and I just need to do my job.
I know, Kenny, last year it seemed like whenever you were having fun, you were winning. You're on top of the box, and it seems like that's what's going on again this year. You're being very consistent, picked up a win earlier in the year, and carrying the momentum as we go. What's been the key to your success in this last couple of seasons?
Good people around me. It takes a good team to win races, and you know, Dave Zanatti, he's a great guy. He would do anything for me. He would pretty much take a bullet for me. He's a cool dude, and he's fun to be around at the races. So I think the vibe and everything, it makes me makes me want to go to the races on Saturday or Sunday and do a good job for all my sponsors.
Well, back to this season, you started off hot as a firecracker, finishing 3rd and 1st in Daytona, and then the last couple rounds at the miles weren't really in contention to win per se, finishing 5th, I believe, at Springfield, or at Sacramento, 7th at Springfield. Is this the time for Kenny Coolbeth to kind of reestablish his early dominance?
Yeah, I need to. And you know, we had some bad luck, some bike failures, and you know, like I said earlier, it's racing, and you know, I'm gonna do everything in my power to be on top at the end of the year. So we got some good guys behind us. Jared Mees, he's always a contender everywhere. So that's bad for me. I got some gray areas in like obviously Peoria, everybody knows. But you know, I go to that race, you know, with high hopes, and I ride a lot prior. So it's I feel good. I feel good about the whole season.
Well, speaking of Jared Mees, it looks like you get to square off with him in Heat Race 1. So I guess that's a good chance to kind of see how you stand with him, as he's a second rider in points.
Yeah, no, he's tough everywhere, and everybody's tough. You know, it's tough. You know, you have to be on your game every race, and you know, be aggressive, and you know, just keep your nose clean all night. It's you need good starts and just try to get away from everybody.
All right. Kenny, on social media, a lot of people are talking about your glowing disc brake, and I know you don't want to give away any of your speed secrets, but it's very apparent on your bike and Jake Johnson's definitely that brake rotor starts glowing, you know, almost just a couple laps into the race. Chris was talking about a little bit while you guys were out there in practice and qualifying, and it's like you drag the brake going in, but you also keep the brake dragging coming off the corner. It's just something that seems like that's just the two of you riders do. Do you develop that together, or is it something that you've just grown up in and just how you ride the bike?
It's just how I ride the bike. I don't even know really I'm doing it. It's just natural, and I don't know how I picked it up. It works, so I'm not changing it. Here is a little unique because the corners are pretty. You have to keep your momentum up, and I run my brake pretty hard, pretty much the whole track. I'm on it quite a bit, so. It's one of those tools that I use, and I think it's definitely an advantage on these types of tracks.
All right, well, that is the king of cool, Kenny Coolbeth Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a step back and take a look at what happened at Sacramento at the Sacramento recap. Kenny, good luck tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
The last round of AMA Pro Flat Track hosted at the Sacramento Mile. Fans packed the stands for some of the greatest racing that we've seen all season. In the GNC2 class, we saw an early battle between several riders with one of our top guys, Davis Fisher, going down, leaving the door wide open for Nick Armstrong to take his first win in the points lead.
It was awesome to get the first win. Sacramento Mile 2015 brought home the W.
In the GNC1 class, fans were not disappointed. There were multiple race leaders, and only one person can prevail. Bryan Smith took the win over Brandon Robinson in an incredible photo finish. Smith made history, capturing his 5th consecutive Sacramento Mile win.
It means a lot, 5 in a row. It shows you how solid the team is behind me. I definitely wouldn't be here without them. 4 of the wins have came on these great Kawasaki's, so hats off to everybody that's part of the Howard Team as far as the Crosby Radio Kawasaki team.
Man, I can't believe it. Second race on the Triumph, and we let quite a bit of laps, and I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I was like, what the heck am I even doing up here? This is kind of unfamiliar territory for this bike, but man, my mechanic, Bernard Brewster, the whole latest Motors Castrol Triumph team worked their butt off and gave me a great motorcycle tonight.
Definitely one of the hottest riders on the circuit has joined us in the booth. He's picked up the last 2 Grand National victories, and his last victory came down in Austin at the X Games. Welcome, Bryan Smith. Bryan, how you feeling today?
Real good, real good. This track's been, it's the best it's been that I've been here in the last probably 10 years, so I'm pumped.
That's pretty interesting. I went around and talked to a few of the guys, and you were the only rider that was really positive about the track. The other ones were saying, typical Hagerstown, a little slick, a little inconsistent, but you seem to really like it today.
Well, you got to remember, I'm not far off from your age, so I've been coming here for a long time, so I've seen a lot of good and bad of this place.
The track looks like it's, like you said, it's really good. It's really smooth. There's a little bit of moisture coming down right now. Is that going to help your Kawasaki in its efforts to win the back-to-back wins here at the Hagerstown Half-Mile?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good on this Kawasaki. I felt good last year when it was kind of slick. I think if it gets wetter and tackier, it suits my style more, whether it's the bike or, the Kawasaki or a Harley, whatever I've rode. When there's more traction, I usually go faster. So, I'm confident either way it goes, but since the rain's coming down, I think we'll be all right.
Well, what's the difference for you as one of the few riders that's raced the Kawasaki and done well here and raced Harley-Davidsons and done well here? What's the biggest difference from your standpoint in how you approach this track?
It's weird. I struggled, for a long time on a Harley here. The only time I really ran good where I had a shot at winning was when it almost rained out. And I thought I had it won, and our buddy Coolbeth ran me down and put it on me by a straightaway. And, it was tacky then, and I could ride more my style. This track's unique. You got to ride it different, as you know. You've won here plenty of times. And the long straightaways, the tight corners, it's kind of intimidating. And then once you figure out it's okay, there's room to turn over there once the track goes around. So, I don't know what it is. I think some of it's maturity as me as a rider, but then also the Kawasaki, just everything together suits my style, my whatever it is, the way I ride a motorcycle, the Howerton crew with the Kawasaki has been able to dial it into what I need personally, I think, is a lot of it.
From my perspective, having watched you and raced with you for many years, you appear to be a point and shoot type of rider.
Yeah.
If we're at the Mega Mile, it's you're pointing the whole time.
Yeah.
Or you got the thing on full on automatic. Firing the gun. Here you have to have a little bit of patience through the corners. So you're really not riding the Kawasaki any differently than you rode your Harley here. So are you more susceptible to track changes, or do you need to have it a certain way for you to do well here?
No, I think, like I said, whatever it is came to me with the Kawasaki, something I could never grasp with the Harley. You kind of got to ride this place unique, and the Harley automatically sets you up for that, I think. But I can never get comfortable, I guess is the best way to feel it. Where the Kawasaki, I know what I got to do, and it's came to me where I feel comfortable. Where the Harley, I knew what I got to do. I was kind of doing it, but I was never comfortable getting around this place fast.
Brian, I don't think you've quite got the credit that you've deserved. I mean, there's a lot of Kawasaki's out there. You're the first one to win a Kawasaki twin half-mile right here last year. You're also on fire. You won Springfield, Sacramento, and the X Games. So you're adding to your resume. If it was easy just because it's Kawasaki, there'd be other Kawasaki's doing it. How do you take that and what do you do with that? I know you got a great piece underneath you that the Howerton Crosley radio team has put together for you, but a lot of it has to be rider skill as well.
Of course I'm going to toot my own horn and say, yeah, it's all the rider. But, honestly, it's the Kawasaki's a great engine, and it showed for everybody else building them and coming to flat track. I'm proud of what I've done, but I'm more proud of helping the sport and showing that there is another option outside of Harley-Davidson. Not that Harley isn't good and hasn't done great things for the sport, but there's another alternative, and I think that'll help bring in other manufacturers as well and build the sport.
Well, as of late, you've been winning a lot of battles. Sacramento, Springfield, X Games. What's it going to take for Bryan Smith to win the war that's the Grand National Championship this year?
No failures. That's what got it last year. Was the broken sight glass at Calistoga. As long as I can keep doing what I'm doing these last 3 races, not only win, but fight for the win. And that's what it's going to take is, whether it's Peoria or the last race in Vegas on the short track or the rest of the 750 races, I got to be fighting for the win no matter where we're at. And I think it's just a matter, I can do it. We know we can do it because we pretty much did it last year. So.
Well, Brian, they got a quick look right now. They're getting ready to load up your bike. Danny's got your bike right there on the scene, so you can see it real up close and personal. Danny, show us that Kawasaki.
All right, you guys, the rain just picked up, and it was kind of just changing directions, but I have an awesome Crosley Cowie team. Brian, your team is doing a great job keeping me dry. This bike has been hot the past couple of rounds. I think it's excited to get out there. Stay with us. We're hoping this will pass.
All right, Danny, thanks a lot. Bryan Smith, if we get this event in, best luck to you tonight. It's not looking very promising right now, but hopefully they can go out there and do some rain dance and make this thing happen and go for another victory. 2 Grand Nationals in a row in the X Games gold medal, man. You're on cloud 9 right now. Best of luck to you tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks. I hope we can get it in. It's not looking good, but I've seen miracles here before, so don't go to sleep or crack your beer just yet.
All right, that's Bryan Smith. We'll take a look at a quick video we had from Cafe Racer X on their ride from Baltimore to the track today.
All right. Thanks.
I'm Sasha, Valentine. This is Kerri, Borelli with Cafe Racer XXX. We're an international blog site that supports people, product, and racing. And we have an international following. What we thought we'd do is try to integrate our passion for racing into the custom community.
Right, so what we did today was we put together a ride from Baltimore to Hagerstown to try and bring some of the love for custom culture to the racetrack, create some new fans here. We love dirt track, so we just want to share that love with everybody else. So
we're new fans as well, and we just thought that we would be able to convert people to have experience that we've had and make fans out of them as well. So the easiest way to do that is take people that already love 2 wheels.
Yeah, and Triumph was generous enough to let us have a little bit of a meet and greet with Jake Shoemaker and Brandon Robinson. So they were very generous and hung out with us for a little bit. I think everybody had a great time.
So it's been a great experience. I think they love it so far.
Kevin Johnson with DC Triumph.
Mike Eikenberry, DC Triumph.
And we got to ride up here today from DC to Baltimore, met up with Cafe Racer XXX, came up here to watch a little flat track.
So yeah, we had a great ride up, a little hot, but we're doing good. We're ready for the races.
All right, welcome back to the pre-race show. This is 7-time champion. He doesn't even need an introduction. It's Chris Carr. Chris, it's raining like cats and dogs out there, so we're going to cut our pre-race show a little bit early right now. We're going to get see what's going on outside with the weather. We'll be back as soon as we have more information on the rain here at the Hagerstown Half-Mile. Thanks for tuning in to the pre-race show.